What's up, everybody? What's going on? We got Mr. Mo, striking coach, top level Muay Thai, Alex Verona, Jiu-Jitsu, me, Carlos Verona. Here we are, on our way to a Jiu-Jitsu seminar in Huelva. Fight lifestyle, man. Scouting out where the best going. We want to go too.
That's it.
And well,
so what are we going to talk about in this vlog, in this mini little vlog?
Well, we were just mentioning how the mental state of each person can really just direct their life, and how it can take them into a positive, through a positive path, and also through a negative path, due to the self-talk that they're repeating every single day of their life. And some people don't even know that they're repeating those things.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because people don't know, really, some people don't know that they are having a negative self-talk.
Yeah.
They think they're joking, they think they're making fun of things, they think they're just, talking, small talk, but it's actually a negative self-talk.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy also? Is that the subconscious mind, where all the programming is deep inside, does not recognize the difference between a joke and the truth.
Yeah. Exactly.
Whatever you say, it just gets stored.
Yeah.
So if you're telling yourself, I'm weak, I can't learn, I can't do this, I'm heavy boned,
Not good enough.
I'm not smart enough, my brain is God knows what, I can't learn this technique because my brain is slow. So it's gonna affect you. Maybe you're saying it and you're making fun of yourself and blah blah blah, but matter of fact, it's gonna affect you in a negative way, and you're not gonna be able to learn faster, to progress faster, to be a better version of yourself. This is what it's all about. This is what we do in martial arts, Why do we do martial arts? Because we all wanted to become a stronger version of ourselves.
Yes.
Why did you start martial arts, Carlos?
Definitely. Well, I started martial arts. I did Taekwondo when I was a kid, and my dad, thankfully he was into Jeet Kune Do, and he was a karate black belt as well. So, he kind of instilled that discipline in us to just keep coming, keep showing up, and then eventually, me and my brother, we got our junior black belts. So it was pretty cool. But that kind of planted the seeds for the future, and I stopped doing that once I was 15. But then when I was 19, that's when I started training jiu-jitsu, and that definitely led me through a path of just self-mastery, like mastering my body, mastering my mind, and then later in the path, once I got my brown belt, close to black belt, I started connecting the spiritual path with the mental and physical. And that's where I created that union.
Sorry, how old are you now?
Right now I'm 38.
So you've been doing jiu-jitsu since 19?
Yeah.
How much is that? That's a long time.
It's 19 and a half years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. And tell you what, now I'm making a living off, not now, but I've been making a living off of doing what I love, and it's just no regrets. It's fucking cool. And the cool thing is that all the things that I've taken and learned throughout my path, I'm able to help other people recognize and how to change and evolve in their own path through martial arts. It's fucking cool.
Why people should start training martial arts? Like, why somebody should start training martial arts? Maybe somebody who don't train. Fortunately, we had our fathers push us. Same for me, my father pushed me to train karate, actually. When he had enough of me coming home crying because some kid beat me up or some kid took my bike, he's like, okay, I had enough of this shit. I'm taking you to the karate club. Mm-hmm. He took me to karate, so this is where I started learning about martial arts, learning that I could be stronger this way. So, but why somebody would start martial arts? Somebody who would never been bullied in school, somebody who doesn't have a father that pushed him to train martial arts. But why should we? Why should he train?
Well, the body is the only tool that, the body and mind are the tools that you have for the rest of your life. So it's like people that just want to become smarter, that's sharpening one aspect of the tools that you have for the rest of your life. And it's like the body is the other tool.
Yeah.
So there's some people that go out their whole life and don't really feel a connection to their body, whether it's, doing any kind of strength conditioning or doing any kind of yoga or mobility or any martial arts.
Yeah.
So they never get to really feel like, that sense of connection or that feeling of exhaustion after training and like, wow, you gave it your all. You had that adrenaline dump, you sweat like crazy, you burn a whole bunch of calories, even though nobody really cares about that. That's just the consequence of doing what we love to do. But I feel like martial arts gives you that safe space to be able to practice and to become the best version of yourself in a room full of other people that are doing the same thing. You're not doing it alone. You're in a group, even though it's an individual, like in the moment, all you have is yourself, but everybody gathers during that time period in order to progress and, evolve.
Alex, what do you think? Why people should start martial art? Why would somebody start training martial art?
I think it brings you into a pathway of life where you're sharing your body, sharing your knowledge with other people that you've never met before in your life, and on that path you're also building loads of confidence, building loads of self-awareness. It's a great way of practicing mobility. There's a lot of pros you can get from practicing jiu-jitsu, and the great thing about it is that you're in a team. While Carlos was saying, you're there by yourself, and you're building trust based on, you're building skills based on trust, through your teammates and your professor. So I think it's a great way to build on that aspect of life, and you're sharing that in a group where it becomes a family and a second family. So
it's very true.
It does take you, like we were saying before about how powerful, a word can be or a thought can be. It takes you into a group of minded people who are trying to get better at something. And instead of just like, having conversations that don't really evolve you in any aspect, you are evolving in a mental aspect, which turns into a physical aspect as well.
Right.
So I think it does take you on a great path in that aspect.
The path of evolving, you mean?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's so important. It's so important. Like everybody wants to evolve. I mean, if you ask somebody, hey, do you want to evolve?
No, I want to stay the same forever.
Do you want to be? Do you want to be better? Do you want to be more rich? Do you want to be, I don't know, a better person? Do you want to be stronger? I think everybody would say yes.
Yeah.
And for me, martial art was a path of self-discovery and self-mastery. Because through martial art, I started to learn more about myself.
Yeah.
Learn about my weaknesses. Learn about when do I feel the fear. Learn about when my mind starts telling me to give up. Learn about the limits of my body. So it teaches me about myself, and also it's a means, it's a field where I could surpass those limitations, where I could push myself, I could face my old self and grow. And if I manage to grow in this field, I can use the same strategies that I use to grow in another field.
Yeah.
A win is a win.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? In your mind, a win is a win. You train, you become stronger, you get a strong body, that's a win. You can use the same strategy, the same mental fortitude to another venue,
Yeah.
to freaking business, to, I don't know, building your brand, to God knows what. But at the same time, for me, it was very important to, as a man, to become stronger.
Yeah.
Like, I was not the big kid in the block, I was not the biggest. So automatically, I was more vulnerable, I'm coming from Morocco, and the way...
Bro, you're pretty big.
What? I'm pretty big?
From Morocco, you're pretty decent.
Yeah? All right.
You're like on the medium-large scale of Morocco.
I'm happy with my size.
I've been to Morocco, there's a lot of smaller guys.
Can you...
Dang!
So, but hey, you always find somebody who's stronger than you, especially when you're a kid. So,
But isn't it as well when you're in martial arts? It's like it's not really comparing yourself to the other. It's just comparing to who you were yesterday.
right.
But it is.
Absolutely.
But the people that we are around that surround us, it is a nice benchmark of like how I'm progressing as well.
Right.
But we have to just see it as like, man, compared to before I started,
Yeah.
I am just a much better
Yeah.
person,
Yeah.
much more aware, focused, motivated, and been able to impact and inspire many people's lives.
Yeah.
Because we're training people. We're training people to become a better version of themselves. And of course, it's like we're teaching them techniques. But then again, like you said, it's just how you take that onto the real world and apply that. The mental fortitude that you gain through martial arts.
Bro.
Just being able to overcome the weakness.
The weakness, the inner bitch.
Yes.
The weak you, the fearful you. Bro, that confidence, bro. That's confidence something, bro.
Yeah.
I might not be the richest person in the room, but I have confidence in myself because I achieved mastery in a certain thing.
Yeah.
For me, that was martial arts. But the other reason I was talking about is that for me, I just wanted to be stronger as a man. Just stronger. How can I be stronger? Physically stronger. How can I be able to defend myself?
Well, you could have just lifted weights and become a bodybuilder.
No, bro. Yeah.
Because becoming stronger
and
could be
then get
physically stronger.
And then get knocked out by some skinny 60 kilos boxer or choked by some 60 kilos jiu-jitsu black belt.
This is the inconvenient truth about martial
You know what
arts.
I mean?
Size matters a lot, but it is not everything.
Not everything, bro. Of course not everything.
And even if you are smaller, or if you are fatter, or if you're super skinny and lanky, there is a martial art for you.
Yeah.
And there is a style that you can adapt so that you can,
You can bring your chances of you can bring your strength higher. It's a skill. It's like having an extra weapon with you.
Yeah.
That's one of the main reasons I started martial arts. Because I was kicked when I was a kid. I was constantly getting beaten by somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody took my bike. Somebody took my toy. God knows what.
And you had to stand up for yourself.
At some point I had to learn how to stand up. I was always scared, bro. I was always walking and scared if somebody might jump on me or something. So at some point you have to learn, to be strong.
Bro,
and I learned to be strong.
And many people get scared that they're gonna constantly they're walking in a state of fear because they don't have the tools required to defend themselves.
Yes.
Even if it's not defend themselves, like I'm gonna fight every day that somebody offends me or something. Like no. You learn self-control. You learn how to avoid situations. You learn how to not even be put yourself in those situations. But a lot of times you walk with a certain level of confidence that you don't attract the bully or the people that are looking for the weak-minded.
I have never been bullied since I started training and I become decently good and strong. I was never in a fight again.
Yeah.
Bro,
Many people ask me how many times have you had to use your jiu-jitsu? I'm like, to be honest, I haven't had to. I've only used it to separate fights and maybe to control one or two people, but I've never had to, defend myself. I never got attacked. If my family got attacked, it changes the scenario. But the fact is, I haven't, attracted that kind of.
Me neither. I haven't attracted that because I'm walking and there's no fear in me.
Yeah, and when there is that fear, guess what you attract?
You attract shit.
You attract the motherfucker wanting to expose that fear.
Yeah. But okay, the last one, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I was in Ibiza at one point, and I saw something I didn't like, and this is when I didn't fight really, but I had to give these guys a couple,
1-2.
Disciplinary fucking,
Slaps.
It's not slaps. I really didn't use I just used my legs. But the guys, they were bullies, okay? So they were bullies, and they were bullying this guy that I know. He's working. They came the big guys, whatnot. And so I saw that guy was working. He asked them about something, and then the other guys, they were trying to show. They were next to their girls. They tried to show that we are superior males here, and they kind of pushed the guy in a funny way. And the guy was looking at them looking at them and feeling. I could feel his hopelessness, and so I saw that, and I couldn't control myself. Hey, I'm not saying that this is good. Yeah, I'm not trying to teach you how to do this or say that this is good, but I went there and I catch these boys, and I was not gonna kick them or nothing, and I was furious, and I told them, hey, try to respect people. That's what I said. Hey, don't treat people like this. This is not good. And so I went to grab this guy. I told him, and I'm talking to him don't do this. Respect the people. So his friend came and tried to push me, and then this is like pushing a snap. Did some.
Yeah. Once the physical contact's made,
move.
it's different.
Yeah. Well, he did that move. So I just like a switch kick. I kicked him, and then I kicked the other guy, and then the fight stopped. Literally stopped there because they understood that They saw my confidence. They understood that I could move well, and that was enough to deal with that situation. Nothing happened, but basically, yeah, never had a fight.
And many people that are in that playing that bully role or that kind of like abusive, not only do they have their own childhood traumas that they haven't resolved yet, but they have that sense of insecurity within them.
Oh, 100%.
So badly.
100%.
And they usually don't know how to fight. They've maybe been in street fights, so they brawled a couple times, but the reality is the like 99% of like bullies, like they don't know how to fight. So from that insecurity, they're either big or they have little man syndrome where they just feel like they gotta act big because they feel so small. But yeah, a lot of times that's what we're dealing with.
Or they might know how to fight or how to do something, but however, these people are not where they should be in terms of strength. They're nowhere near where they could be, because a person that bullies somebody else, he's automatically establishing the fact that somebody else can bully me.
Yeah.
So he's in that dynamic. I bully you because of XYZ reason, so somebody else who have the XYZ reason can also bully me. I don't believe I could be bullied. I don't believe I could be bullied because I am strong and I'm courageous, and that courage is not coming from my skills. It's not coming from my muscles only or whatever. That's coming from my mindset. My mindset is strong. So and with that mindset, feeling strong, I could never go and bully somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think, Alec?
I believe also when you attain the knowledge of that you in your own body, you already have the tools to hurt another human body, like in a way of either strangulation or joint manipulation. You can actually cause permanent damage to someone. Once you attain that knowledge, you gain a certain respect on anybody.
But even you punch somebody and they fall to the ground, knocked out, and they go into coma because their head hit the curb, that's on you.
Yeah,
that's on you.
Yeah, and then also like builds like a respect when you're out in public, especially when you're off the mats. So it's like, look, I don't wanna fight you because I can actually hurt you. And I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
Because that's me not being able to control myself.
Yeah.
And that's causing something that's gonna hurt you for a long time just because I can control my ego. And that's what you also gain from training, especially martial arts,
especially martial arts. Yeah.
Because we also are training in a way that we can train at a high level or at a high intensity, and we're not really hurting each other because we learn when we can when we need to stop, when we need to tap.
Yeah.
And that's just making it so we can train more in the future while not hurting our training partners.
Well, yeah, there's definitely a certain level of respect that we have. That's like mutual respect with the training partner, whether you're doing Muay Thai or whether you're doing Jiu-Jitsu. It's like, all right, we're training now. This is not a fight for our life. This is not survival, or the last, fight of the century, so I have to give it my all. So there's a little bit of holding back, but it's also, it is what it is. We want to come back tomorrow, It's not like, the last one.
Yeah. Carlos, do you think that there is some people that are intimidated when it comes to they want to maybe they're interested, they want to start some martial art and start training, but they kind of feel some intimidation, and they're like that lurking, they're just watching but never really trained, been interested for 6 months, 1 month looking, but never made the step to just start the journey.
I have this one woman, she just joined the other day, and man, she's had a lot of trauma coming up. She's been raped and abused physically, and look, man, she's like 40 years old, and she just stepped into her first jiu-jitsu session, and she freaking loved it. At the beginning, she didn't know how she was gonna feel close quarter combat, and then but now it's like, look, we're gonna teach you to to not resonate with fear when you're in these positions. We're going to teach you how to respond with awareness. So it's the biggest step that somebody can make, is from doing nothing to then doing something about it. Because a lot of people that are very intimidated on coming in, they've either been on the receiving end of bullying growing up, or they've, you know, felt like they've tried something but weren't good at it, so their ego just completely, you know, set to the side and said, that's, you know, I'll stick to what I know. But man, the reality is, just like Mo was saying, was, you know, as a grown man or woman, to be able to self-control and know how to handle yourself and to be strong, you know what I'm saying, and deal with certain situations that you might be confronted with in the real world. It's, man, that's important, you know. You will walk differently, you will stand differently, you will start to eat differently because you want to be the best version of yourself.
You want to feel fresh in the session.
Exactly. You prioritize sleep, healthy lifestyle, you know, and these are things that, like, you know, if, you know, coming up, you don't have things that maybe inspire you or motivate you as a grown man to do that, unless you're chasing physique. If you're just looking for, I want to look good, you know, then it's like, okay, well, let's get you doing some bicep curls and bench press and, you know, and take some steroids. But then it's like, oh, well, hold on. Well, I want to also learn how to use the tools that I have, as in, like, I want to use my arms. I want to know how to throw punches. I want to know how to throw kicks. If I fall to the ground, I want to know how to, like, control somebody. Or maybe I'm smaller and I'm always dealing with bigger guys around me, you know, like, well, we're going to teach you how to, you know.
Yeah. Bro, I'll tell you something. I just remembered something.
Tell me.
Like one summer I was in Belgium with my aunt, and we were like driving in the car. She was driving and I was sitting like next to her, and behind were two of her kids. So we were just like driving in the city, and some crazy guy coming from the other side, when he was close, like from the other way, he turned the car. He tried to pass the car in front of him. He turned the car, but there was no space literally between us. He was hitting us. My aunt, she was driving like this, and I could literally see my aunt. She did the freeze, the froze. She froze, and I was sitting next to her. And all I did, I swear to God, it's like, I'm not exaggerating, I did this. I was sitting and I did cold blood. I did. I swear to God. And after like 20 seconds, everybody was sitting in the car silent, like. And this is the reflexes. This is the calmness of mind that coming from martial art, that's coming from years of people trying to knock you the fuck out, but you're like learning to stay calm in that situation. It helped. It literally saved our lives in that situation. I just moved the fucking wheel.
Yeah, because you don't have time to think about the problem.
Have time. I didn't think.
You have to react or respond.
And that's it. I'm trained to react. My mind is trained to react, and just reacted. And then after a while, I realized, oh my God, that was cool. You know, and they were like. Yeah, that's one of the benefits of training martial arts. Your mind becomes sharp.
Yeah.
You start learning how to assess certain situations based on already patterns that you've seen, because you start training so many times with maybe different people, different bodies, that you already know the direction that someone can take, the choices that someone has. It's like a chess game.
Yeah.
You know, okay, he has these 4 options, so I have to know how to react already from these 4 options, and that reaction time to anything. Like if you're on a street and you see a group of drunk people just walking around you, you know the possibilities.
You already running the options, running the solutions.
What can happen if
arm drag, duck under, shin kick. All right, go to the back.
And apart from that, like on a physical aspect, there's also a verbal aspect that I think Carlos, we talked about a long time ago, where it's verbal jiu-jitsu, and just being able to know how to assess a situation in the real world without really having to use your body, just having to use the correct words to assess the situation. And like I said before, that also has to do a lot with the confidence, and just not putting yourself in a situation where you don't need to be in, just because the ego
want to prove something.
To prove something.
Yeah.
And
but to do that, you need to feel strong. You already know that you're enough. You're strong. You don't need to prove nothing to nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. To just walk away from some bullshit.
Walk away, or even just like, you know, an apology, even if it's probably not needed. You know, or just like, you know, hey, I'm not trying to, like, you know, do anything, instead of like start a confrontation.
Yeah.
Which will get into a physical confrontation. You know.
So it makes you a better human being.
Yeah, man.
Many aspects.
Dang, bro.
Makes you a better partner to your spouse as well, to your girlfriend, or if you're a girl, it make you better. And the cool thing is about it is that when you endure the kind of training that we put ourselves through every day, when you get home, you don't have the energy to get frustrated and worry about the stupid little small things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're chill, bro.
You're really chill.
You're chill, man.
You just want to relax and recover.
And relax.
Yeah, man.
Especially after a sauna session.
Yeah. But like what you were saying before, what would you say to the person that, is shy on coming in their first session?
Right.
What,
So the person that is shy.
Yeah, that is kind of like, well, some people are shy of like the being around other people. Some people are shy of looking dumb and not getting it.
Right.
Some people think, oh, I'm not in shape yet. I've had so many people come to me and say,
I need to get in shape.
I want to get in shape first. Yeah, I got to lose at least 10 kilos before I start.
Training.
And it's like, well, hold on, but this will help you lose those 10 kilos so that you can feel better.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I gotta do some more cardio. And guess what? Guess when that cardio gets done? Never.
Yeah.
Or they just stay in their comfort zone. They never, or many people, they become a victim of, for example, physical limitations that they had from the past. Oh, but I had my shoulder, I hurt it 20 years ago, and it's never been the same.
Yeah.
And then what I say is, should I send you the link to the Paralympic Jiu-Jitsu Federation? People fighting with one leg, no arms. Come on, what excuses can you come up with that are going to be good enough to tell those guys why you're not wanting to train?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can literally, there's still something that you can do.
Yeah.
You're not a lost cause. There's chance, there's hope, and you got potential. Remember that.
Yeah, absolutely. So what was the question? Did you ask me something? Or?
No, the question was, what do you tell the people that are just need a little bit of an incentive to make that, the leap of faith to join Muay Thai, to join Jiu-Jitsu,
Train.
MMA, to train, just to get up off the couch and change their lifestyle. There's no regrets.
I don't know, man. I would say to that person, you need to make a choice. You need to make a choice. A choice between staying the same or stepping out and improving. Any improvement, it has to be outside our comfort zone. So you will never feel comfortable stepping into that first class. You will never feel comfortable doing that thing the first time.
Yeah.
But outside that comfort line, this is where all the involvement, the improvement is there. All the improvement is there.
Yeah.
So make a choice. Do you want to stay the same or do you want to improve? If you want to improve, and improving is strong, is important enough for you. So just master your courage. Just go, take a step. It's not as bad as it looks. Who gives a shit if you look dumb? We all look dumb. We're looking dumb right now doing this vlog and this.
Look, I'm a black belt, 3rd degree.
I'm not looking at that, but look at this.
Guess what? I was a white belt that never quit. It all starts with the white belt. Beginner mentality.
Oh yeah. But people have
nothing
to be
changes if nothing changes.
But people have to be humble. It's okay if you look dumb. It's okay if you don't know. Yeah. We are all white belts at something.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We just if it's important for you, if the change is important, if the outcome is important for you, so just step forward, find somebody who's good at what he's doing, who knows what he's doing, and just try to learn from him. Yeah. You will find that these people are so nice. Everybody wants to help you. Yeah. Everybody's happy to help you to push you up, because the more you give, the more you get as well.
Yeah. Definitely.
And that's what I would say. If it's strong, if it's important enough, you will do it.
Most definitely. Well, what would you say about people that, for example, because I've had this many times where, oh, my wife, she only lets me go 1 time a week, or, oh, but doesn't that suck? Doesn't that suck to choose a life partner that doesn't want the absolute best for you?
Okay, yeah. I was gonna. Sorry, you have to slow down.
80,
really?
Yeah. Speed trap.
Yeah. All right. So.
But man, we've had this. I've heard it many times from people.
That my wife doesn't let me come to.
My wife doesn't let me go train, or I can only come once a week, or and it's like, man, It's sad.
I wanna answer, but okay, I'm gonna say it nicely. Yeah. Okay. I think I don't want to say it nicely. I just wanna,
What's the nice
I just
way
want
to
to
say
send some fighting. Okay, man. Just I mean, if your wife doesn't let you, if you have to take permission from your wife to work on something that is gonna make you better,